Illusion spells are some of the most potent spells in all of 5th edition. Sometimes changing your perspective is all it takes to see something in a different light. But perception isn't always reality, so make sure you focus or you might just get lost, because today we're going over 5 must-have illusion spells. Let's start off simple with the classic invisibility spells, which, oddly enough, makes people invisible. Making a creature nearly undetectable through normal means, invisibility is the ultimate stealth and reconnaissance spell, specifically because it lasts an entire hour. You can cast it on yourself or other creatures, and if it's upcast, you can cast it on multiple targets, making it really good for getting out of a difficult situation. But unfortunately, sometimes situations get a bit sticky. That's okay, because any creature that's invisible has automatic advantage on any attack they make, and any attack against them has disadvantage. But once you're in that sticky situation and make an attack, then your invisibility will fade. But fear not, for this is where greater invisibility comes into play. If invisibility is meant for stealth and reconnaissance, greater invisibility is meant to end someone. Its effects only last a minute, but it doesn't break when you make an attack. This means you can have advantage on every single attack in combat and disadvantage on any attack against you for an entire minute. Honestly, if you use greater invisibility correctly, it's like playing D&D combat on easy mode. Both invisibility spells require concentration, which is why it's generally better to cast it on your party members rather than yourself, but even if you do cast it on yourself, the innate protection that it grants makes these spells must-haves for any self-respecting spellcaster. But moving on to the second spell for today, we have Mirror Image. You create 3 illusory duplicates of the caster that last a minute or until they're destroyed. Every time a creature tries to attack you, they must roll a d20 and see if they attack the correct creature. The more duplicates you have, the less likely you are to be hit. When you have 3 dupes, they need to roll a 6 or lower. When you have 2 dupes, they need to roll an 8 or lower. And when you have 1 dupe, they need to roll an 11 or lower. Generally, this equates to anywhere from 25 to 50% chance to actually hit you. If a creature rolls higher than the numbers, then they end up attacking a duplicate, but they still have to roll to actually hit, meaning that this spell doubles down on that protection. While the illusions only have an AC of 10 plus your dex mod, the fact that they double dip makes it pretty powerful. But you might be thinking to yourself that Fireball is not a targeted spell, and it's more of a to whom it may concern kind of thing. But the nice thing about Mirror Image is that these duplicates can only be destroyed by a targeted attack. So if a d20 isn't rolled during the attack, these dupes aren't going anywhere. Although, you would still be hit with a fireball, which isn't exactly ideal, but I never said the spell was perfect. As for protection against targeted attacks, there's really no better spell than Mirror Image. Moving on to the third spell for today, we have the classic first level Disguise Self. Simply put, you make yourself look different, which happens to be perfect because I feel like crap right now. For example, if I wanted to look like a discount Henry Cavill from Superman with a sultry smooth voice, I could just
do that. And now I'm sitting in a chair for no apparent reason. Man, I wish my voice sounded like this normally. And yes, I know Disguise Self doesn't actually change your voice, but let's be honest, this channel just doesn't have the budget for that kind of edit. Anyways, rather than completely changing your appearance, you could simply alter it slightly, making yourself a little taller, shorter, skinnier, fatter. That choice, totally up to you. The disguise lasts for an hour, making it an incredible tool for infiltrating, information gathering, or even just blending in. You could peruse suspicious locations completely inconspicuously, grab a drink with some shady individuals, or even go on a blind date with someone completely out of your league. Possibilities are endless. And I feel compelled to tell you, as if by some unknown and all-powerful voice, that you should like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm definitely not just saying that because it's in the script that Lee is making me read. Speaking of things not in the script, if you want to see more of this handsome face, head on over to J&J Tabletop.
Moving on to the next spell for today, we have Mislead. This is a very unique spell that I have never seen used in a game, which is a damn shame. When you cast this spell, you become invisible and create a duplicate of yourself right where you were that you can control up to an hour. While it is technically an illusory duplicate, it acts similarly to Find Familiar, allowing you to see through its eyes and hear through its senses. But the really cool thing about this duplicate is that it can speak and act just like you, So unless someone comes up and pokes you on the shoulder, there is no way they would actually know it's an illusion. Your duplicate can safely engage in generally unsafe activities, or you could just send it to your meetings while you stay in bed. You can even use it to distract enemies by casting Mislead and making it look like your duplicate is running away, and then surprise attack them from behind with advantage. Not the most effective use of a spell slot at that high of a level, but you can't deny its potential. So if you ever find yourself too lazy to get out of bed, make sure you pull out Mislead and hope that your boss doesn't have True Sight. But that leads us to our final spell for today, which is, of course, Major Image. You thought I was going to say Minor Image, huh? Nope, everyone covers Minor Image too much, so we're talking about the major version of that one. You conjure an image of pretty much anything within 120 feet of you that can be as large as a 20-foot cube. You can also manipulate the illusion with your action to make it move, sound, and act just like it would normally. You can probably already see the potential here, but just in case, let me elaborate. 20 feet is a little bit taller than the average giraffe, the size of a medium U-Haul truck, or the length of a 20-foot dog leash. Its main strength is the ability to distract a large amount of creatures, and when used in a larger setting, the power can very easily be seen. Just imagine, you could literally summon a giant illusory elephant in the middle of town and just watch chaos ensue. So if you ever need to make an elephant appear somewhere where it doesn't belong, make sure you pick up Major Image, because I guarantee you it will not disappoint. But anyways, that does it for 5 must-have illusion spells. If you want to see more of these must-have spells, you can check out the playlist over here. But before we finish, I also want to give a huge thank you to our YouTube members and patrons. All these names you see behind me help support me in creating content that we all get to enjoy, so if you see any of these names in the comment section below, be sure to give them a thumbs up. Also, if you think I missed any must-have spells, leave a suggestion down below in the comment section. I read every comment, almost always reply, and who knows, I might even feature your comment in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on Friday.